Well. England, man. England, man. I mean, a lot of people are going to point to that goal, Lampard's second goal. And I think it would be extremely futile and very childish to now say that that goal was the reason why um, England did not go through that, or if it was 2-2, then something would have happened. For me, based on England's performance, it would have been extremely bad for the World Cup if England were to go through, based on just how badly they played. Because even England guys, I've been reading online, even England guys I've been saying this, man, they played bad, man. Those guys, they played bad, you know, and you can't play that badly and expect to progress or even go through. It's like, for me, I was looking at that match. There were periods in the game where England were, obviously, like, better than Germany, but not only better than Germany, they were controlling the game. But even in those periods where England were controlling the game, they weren't playing good football, really. It was half and half, like bits and stuff, but they weren't really creating anything. They didn't really create that much. But my goodness, man, the defending of England, man, that's why I was extremely shocked, because I thought that England would edge this thing. Because I said, look, man, it's going to be very hard to score against England because they're very tough in defense. But that's what totally, like, with football, there's no point in betting, because there's no way in a million years I could have predicted England to play that badly. Because those guys are very, very bad, man, very bad. Like, you're supposed to be like the favorite, and you can't keep the ball. You don't have any rhythm to your play. You can't create chances. There is no character or personality to your football. It's just hoping for, like, a lucky free kick, a lucky set piece. It's like, for me, but that's why, when you just saw Germany, it's like they were playing football. They were playing short passes, keeping the ball on the ground, and obviously Schweinsteiger, the guy, is really growing and really much maturing, really, in that midfield area. But against, like, Ozilman's, like, the guy just, like, I think that's what guys like. The guy just floats, It's like he's not fully explosive all the time, like running around, but the guy, he just finds spaces and just does what he needs to do. Doesn't really get fully involved inside tackling or being aggressive, but he just does what he needs to do. And really, that's what I mean. I mean, like, really, I mean, you're looking at that thing, man. First half, Germany should have been 5-0 up. Not even for the chance, just how badly England were playing, and just how much better Germany were, and how Germany were actually playing good football. Like, they should have been up by a lot more goals, a lot more. Like, really, as guys were saying, like, David James was pretty much the best guy on the pitch, because he's 2 1-on-1s in the first half, 2 1-on-1s that he saved. I mean, that's ridiculous, man. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, at the end of the day, yes, there should be goal line technology. Yes, it was a ridiculous decision. Yes, everybody saw that it was a goal from straight up. But the fact of the matter is, let's just be real here. The linesman can't just give it based on how many people are shouting or anything like that. The fact that if he didn't see it, he didn't see it. Obviously, if he had hit it, of course he would have given it. But the fact is that he just didn't see it. He just didn't see it. And there really isn't anything else that can be done about that if the guy just didn't see it. But as a whole, though, you're even looking at that second half as well. It's like it's the 4-1 the 4-1 result is really, it reflects on how much better Germany were. It's like it is all about a reaction. Case in point, Italy, South Korea, 2002. Italy knew that they were getting done in by a referee that was fully biased and was fully against them. But you saw how they reacted. Italy, they reacted, they played hard, they kept on going, and they kept on going, and they kept on going. Even in this one as well, Italy against Slovakia, they were 3-1 down, but they then scored a goal, and they could have even scored again. They kept on creating, and like, you just saw like their mental toughness and their reaction to things going against them. Even for Mexico and Argentina, when Argentina had again the whole goal line technology, which is just ridiculous because it takes 2 seconds, 1 second even. You just look at the border and that's it. So it's ridiculous how basically Sepp Blatter is just being very stubborn. He's just being very stubborn, which is what all these guys do because bringing in new ball, like they're bringing in a new World Cup ball, which now obviously sucks because everybody has said it sucks. You don't want to use technology because you just want to be arrogant and you just want to prove yourself. But look, I'm not going to insult Sepp because he brought the World Cup to African soil. So, but I just think England's reaction in that second half was awful, man. It's like, okay, so what? Okay, yes, there was an injustice. That's life. Okay, in life, bad things happen. Bad things happen. Expletive stuff happens in life, and it's about how you react. It is about how you react. As Stallone said, man, it's not how hard you hit; it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. England took a hit by a ridiculous injustice, but they had to react. And in that second half, there was no reaction, and Germany just slaughtered them. I mean, how you have all of in that free kick for those 2 goals, you have about 8 guys in the box, and you don't really do anything with them. And how you have one defender having to defend against overlapping 2, 3 guys is ridiculous. For me, I just felt as I said before in my prediction, Germany were always the better team and just played the better football than England. But I just thought that England would be really up for this thing and they'd really take it to them. But I did not really expect that England were this bad. And you know what's really ironic? People insult Sven a lot, and the English press insulted Sven a lot. England went this bad under Sven. Even against Portugal in 2006, they still took them to penalties. England were not this disorganized and indisciplined. Structurally, they were not this disciplined under Sven. So it just makes people think about all those guys that insulted Sven. England were not this bad under him, and under Sven, England did win 5-1 in Germany. Under Capello, they've now received their worst ever beating in a World Cup, which should have been more than 4. You could talk about the goal line stuff. Germany deserved to score a lot more goals in this match because they had the chances to. But I mean, for me, I said it from the very beginning. It's you're looking at how England were playing, even throughout those whole tournaments, but even in this match, there's no structure, there's no rhythm, there's no flow. Look at Germany, there's a rhythm, there's a flow, there's a structure, there's a character. Players know what other players are doing. Players know when to run and when to run off. Players know how to do 1-2s. They know where to run when they're off the ball because they know what the guy with the ball is going to do. There's just an understanding within the whole team. Look at the England. If there is no understanding, you can't create chances. Hence why England have hardly created chances, because there's no understanding, there's no cohesion, there's no where it's almost like telepathy where you just know what the other guy's going to do. There's none of that. And I've always said before that England can only play well under English mentality. Hence why I said that Harry Redknapp should always have been England's manager, because England can only do well in an English system by an English coach. Harry Redknapp is waiting to be the England manager. And if I was the England guys, because I'm not English, but if I was the British guys, man, you sack Capello, you bring in Harry Redknapp, and you have a chance for Euro 2012. I'm looking forward to World Cup 2014. As for Germany, I think these guys can win the World Cup. I mean, I don't believe in all this experience of. I said from the beginning, look at my videos. I said from the beginning, this team will be better without Ballack, because Ballack is overrated. And look at how well this team is playing without Ballack. And for me, I don't care about experience. You look at the German team. Oh, they were talking about experience. Okay, England's experience didn't do nothing. For me, it's about football. For me, the football always reigns through. If you play good football, you have a chance. Germany, they play good football, they have a chance to win this whole competition. And they have to believe that, no, we're not young or too young. We're not growing. We are ready to win the competition. England, bad.